for the game that you see on the screen right now. I'm so incredibly excited for it.
Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to the Batman Arkham City Let's Play.
People always talk about how much of a masterpiece Arkham City is, how Asylum's atmosphere is near perfection, Origins has the best bosses, and Night has the best gameplay. But there's a whole other side to Arkham, the side that exists outside the game itself and became its own thing. On November 24th, they released the environment trailer for Arkham Asylum, and it blew my 7-year-old mind so bad. I used to watch it all the time in the library that I used to frequent, and I was just immediately enthralled with it. Having come from Batman Begins and Vengeance on PS2, and just being a massive Batman fan in general, it was kind of the game I've been asking for. In 2010, something started to shift on YouTube. While at the beginning there was mainly just playthroughs and walkthroughs, 2010 and 2011 is when we got the start of the true Arkham YouTubers, in my opinion. I said that Asylum's time in the spotlight was just walkthroughs and playthroughs, but why would it be more than that? Rocksteady was a random European developer who only made one game prior. The only reason they got the rights was due to the fact that Pandemic Studios closed down, who was actually supposed to make a Dark Knight game like Batman Begins was. But since Warner Brothers had the rights again, decided to give Rocksteady a chance. All Rocksteady did was pitch a new story, a true love letter to Batman and comics, but that meant nothing to us. Not at first, because we didn't know what the plan was. The game looked great, but it easily could have been another generic superhero game lost in time. No one knew how great it was going to be. Then, it was amazing. And on December 14, 2009, just months after the release, we got this trailer. It showed a perfect amount and showed that it wasn't actually going anywhere, that we didn't have to wait too long for the next Batman entry, that Arkham Asylum wasn't a one-off. It actually wasn't until an entire year later, on December 9th, 2010, that we actually got the official trailer, and then the community officially began. Everyone loved Asylum, and started making content about City. It spawned videos on theories, Easter eggs, guides, gameplay, and commentaries. On March 11, 2011, Batman Arkham Videos was created, and people started dedicating channels to more exclusively Arkham content, or pivoting to Arkham content. I watched Slcmof a whole year before he started making Arkham content, which he was kind of like the cool cousin who showed you all the cool stuff, and he showed me comics, gave me more insight on Arkham, and watching his room tour and seeing the very basic setup was something inspiring. I discovered the Kwings when I watched them play through Arkham City when it was first released, and I loved watching all the theory videos they made, and I still watch their content. I started watching Caboose when I was really into Injustice as a kid, and watched him years after that. Salvage 1009 may have started later in 2015, but his first video on his new channel was a Flash Easter egg found in Arkham Knight, back when the game was freshly out. Then in 2018, things started to change. The series was done and Return to Arkham was already 2 years old, so the content shifted. I was on Reddit a lot as a teenager, and it was mainly this forum when I went to the Arkham subreddit. But around 2019, it was blowing up more and more. I had taken a break from the subreddit at that point, so maybe it started earlier, but that's when I noticed, was 2018. And noticed that it was becoming more alive, that people were finding more creative ways to keep the game relevant to today. They say that history repeats itself, and it's always in a negative context, but that's not always the case, because Arkham came out when YouTube was already established, and had the first true YouTubers. But still, Arkham kinda lagged behind other communities. Maybe that's not the right words, but let me explain. There are several eras of YouTube. The era of viral videos, the era of the first YouTubers, and the Vine invasion are the first three, and the ones I want to look at real quick. The first era is viral videos, and that's your piano cats. The second is the viral hits that kept the audience, becoming the first YouTubers, like Smosh or Ray William Johnson. The third is the Vine invasion, that were filled with people who watched those videos growing up, and the first to want to be YouTubers. Now, the first three of Arkham YouTube. The first is the beginning, where the videos were very light, and just trying to see what they can do, which was mainly just walkthroughs and straight gameplay with light commentary. The second is a true start, where people start building the audience from those videos, or growing an audience because the fan base is actually aware and growing interest. The third is current day, where now people who grew up with those videos, like me, are wanting to become Arkham YouTubers, because we were inspired by those videos. It's history repeating itself, and I have a lot of nostalgia for old YouTube. But maybe more than that, I have nostalgia for Arkham YouTube. The content now still has people saying theories and reporting on it all, but now people are taking the rules and bending them. Console commands, you can't press the B button, and asking the age-old debate if you could beat Arkham Knight with a fucking spoon. I have a soft spot for this, and I'm really enjoying the content I'm making. This is my small love letter to this side of YouTube that just needed more light. Anyways, have a go.